So it's already Christmas again. If you're not celebrating Christmas, I wish the best for you in whatever you're celebrating, but I like to do a little video today almost as a gift, a recommendation if you will. And today's gift is going to be a recommendation to play the greatest game of all time, Halo 1 Combat Evolved. Alright, but like, in all seriousness, I figured today, since it is a special occasion, I'll explain why I like Halo Combat Evolved so much in a way that I usually don't. I'll do a direct comparison between Halo Combat Evolved and the other mainline Halo games that I play. Now, a lot of the times people have asked my thoughts on Halo 2 or Halo 3, Halo Reach and all this stuff, because that's usually people's favorites, and Halo Combat Evolved is usually just left behind as, oh yeah, that's the first Halo game with the super powerful Magnum. And I mean, like, I understand where this is coming from. For most people who play games, they do so on a very kind of simple level, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just picking up a game and wanting to be baseline entertained and, you know, just basing it on that. And it's not like all the other Halo games are just simple things for simpletons. The other Halo games are great. So let's start talking about things I like about the other Halo games better than Combat Evolved. I like how in Halo 2 the vehicle play, as well as being able to interact with your allied companions, are so much better than what it was in Halo Combat Evolved. In Halo Combat Evolved, all you could do really was get into vehicles with your companions, and some of the vehicles didn't work very well. The best example of this is the Halo 1 tank that really sucked. But in Halo 2, vehicles feel great. There's enemies specifically designed in a way that are really fun to fight when you're in a vehicle versus when you're on foot. The best example of this would be the Forerunner Sentinels, where it doesn't matter if I'm in a Ghost, I'm in a tank, or I'm on foot. These things are just really cool and fun to fight, and they have a variety of different attacks that all feel fair, well telegraphed, and just a joy to interact with. And honestly, this is something that is a travesty in regards to the fact that it did not reappear in later Halo games. Halo 3, I like the systems of unlocking so much better. I like how with the split screen campaign, everyone has their own unique player model. Halo Reach, there's so much more to do. You got Forge, you got Firefight. The campaign is a campaign that you will never forget. I love the way it handles customization. I still like Halo 3's means of customization better, where you have to do specific things to unlock armor, versus Halo Reach, where it has a point-based system, and you just rank up, you get points, and as you rank up, you unlock armor, and as you get points, you can buy them. That's cool too. Halo Infinite actually allows me to just wander around in an open world Halo, and that's something I've dreamed of doing ever since I first played Combat Evolved. So there's a lot of things to love about all of these different games, and in their own way, I think everything is good. However, Halo Combat Evolved still sticks out to me so much, and that is because it has a flow. You see, Halo 2, when I'm playing the game, there are moments, there are set pieces where I'm really engaged, I'm really into it. I'm getting the enemy before they can get me, I'm sniping them before they snipe me. It's slow, it's methodical, but it can sometimes feel very unfair because there are very shitty telegraphs with snipers, your bunts are really weak so you have to engage from longer ranges, and the sandbox is entirely balanced around precision weapons. Halo Combat Evolved had that issue with the pistol being way too overpowered, and instead of fixing that, Halo 2 onwards just kind of intensified on that problem, with the battle rifle, with the carbine, with the DMR. It wasn't really until we got to Halo Infinite with the Commando that they reconciled how to make a weapon like this better, but then even Halo Infinite has the battle rifle and other precision weapons in there. Like, telegraphed anyways. And let me make it clear, if a precision weapon is handled right, there's nothing wrong with it. The best case of this would be the sniper rifle. The sniper rifle is a power weapon. You don't really get too much ammunition for it. It's not the god gun that works at every range for everything. And that's balanced. So yeah, Halo 2 leans too much into the flaws of Halo 1, and it just feels really unfair when I'm going through it. In regards to balancing, the closest quality you can find to Halo 1 in the Halo series is Halo 3. It's not necessarily plasma and kinetic, it's more about like explosives and power weapons mixed with your equipment and precision weapons. So like it's not as bad as Halo 2, it's definitely an improvement and has its own kind of flow going on. However, it still feels a lot more stunted than Halo 1, and that's because you don't have your health displayed, so as soon as your shields are down, you have no choice but to hide and hope for the best. Whereas in Halo 1, if my shields are down, I know exactly how close I am to death. I know if I have to run away or if I can push it just a little bit further. Halo Reach has a lot of the same problems as Halo 2, where there are just some really poor telegraphs and weird enemy difficulty spikes. There's just kind of not enough warning. This makes the Covenant feel so much more threatening. However, it also makes it feel really bullshitty when I just get surprise killed by a fuel rod elite, a fuel rod grunt, when a suicide grunt makes no noise and takes me out, or when an elite doesn't react to my melees and just melees me within like less of a second. Like, it's just really unfair, and it can get tiring. Also, the needle rifle is probably the worst iteration of this precision weapon meta, and like, goddamn, when I said these games hunker down on Halo 1's biggest flaw, the needle rifle is the ultimate epitome of this. Halo Infinite is different in a lot of good ways, but also a lot of bad ways. You see, in Halo Infinite, it's all about speed. You really gotta use that grapple hook to get out of the way of things, or you are going to die. While this changes up the formula and is cool in its own right, when you get into close range encounters, it removes the flow of Halo 1 because it's constantly being interrupted by using the grapple hook. But I keep on putting all these flaws on these games, and I keep saying flow of Halo 1, but what exactly is that flow? You see, in Halo 1, everything I see, everything I hear, all the weapons I use serve a purpose. When I'm going into this scene here and I see the glowing Jackal shield contrasted with the glowing green of their charged plasma shot, I know exactly what that Jackal is going to be doing. I see the red and blue elites sticking out in the green environment and the grunts scattered among them. I can tell if they're shooting at me with a needler, with a plasma rifle. I can see a grenade well in advance before it's thrown, and I hear when a grunt is about to throw it. I know there's only certain types of enemies that can throw grenades. There's only certain types of enemies that can charge up their plasma pistols. Even when I can't see them, there are unique noises to let me know what's going on, and these noises are consistent. An elite's battle cry when it's near death and its shields are out. A grunt scattering for cover after its leader dies. A jackal letting his friends know when he's seen me. Of course, I gotta mention the weapon sandbox when I'm talking about flow. The assault rifle is the perfect tool for cleaning up weaker enemies without shields. The needler is the polar opposite for focusing on a stronger single enemy. When I'm in combat, my movement has a big role, but it's simple to the point where it doesn't take a lot for me to understand how I have to move or where I have to go. Jumping, strafing, moving forwards, moving backwards, getting into cover, crouching behind something, sneaking up behind someone, or sprinting up towards them. It all feels so natural because I know exactly what to do based on the colors I see, based on the sounds I hear, based on the consistent rule set of Halo Combat Evolved. That's really what I mean by flow. The fact that I constantly know what's going on. The fact that I constantly know when I'm winning, when I'm losing, and why. There is no confusion here. There is no bullshit. Everything is telegraphed, and if I die, I know exactly why I died. So if I want to do well in Halo 2, 3, Reach, or Infinite, I'm probably going to be sitting like this. But when I play Halo Combat Evolved, I can sit back relaxed and still do well, because I've taken the time to know the game and know the rules. And when I say know the game, that doesn't mean, oh yeah, I know all these different cheats, exploits, I know the pixel perfect frame in which I should fire, when I should reload, I know how to exploit the AI like this will give me the advantage. No. When I say I know Halo 1, it just means that I know what the colors, what the sounds, what the different environments mean, what the health and shields mean. I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm doing. I know what the enemy is doing. I know how the enemy is doing. So this holiday season, my recommended game for you to play to just chill and have a good time is Halo 1, because it has that flow. Of course, there are still flaws with the multiplayer being like really sweaty with that pistol, and you know, the rocket flood can be pretty annoying, but it doesn't matter if I am in the lushest, greenest environment or a dull, repetitive gray room. Halo 1 is always so much fun because it allows me to get in that zone of flow because it is consistent. Anyways, Merry Christmas. This has been Pliskin. Over and out.
自然そりよ風のよ
This is Solid Snake. Hey, subscribe to Pliskin Boy. God damn it.
You heard him.